Gravity Falls, a show of action, mystery, and a heartwarming ending. Unless you make. Hi, my name is Drag. And boy, questions life choices over there is Roscoe. You may be wondering why we teamed up to create a video of unimaginable horror. Rest assured, there's a perfectly logical explanation. Hi, my name is Drag and Give Fun Gaming, and I'm being hosted by Roscoe Senpai. So this is your quick reminder that if you like this video and want to see more collaborations between the two, feel free to subscribe to either one of us. It helps us a bunch. And before we get started with today's video about Gravity Falls, I wanted to kind of give a little background to this video, because this is something we don't really do on the channel. And I want to kind of give a little bit of background on this. This idea came to me while I was at work one night. I was pretty much just sitting in the chair. You know, I think it may have been on my second break or lunch, I'm not entirely sure. I just went, oh, that'd be a good idea. I brought it up to Roscoe and he's into this because he wants money! Money! Alright, Gravity Falls. The ending was right. Perfectly good, right? We all watched that and we all went, alright, we're gonna see you next summer. This isn't the end. Well, summer came and we didn't get Gravity Falls Season 3. And it's been years. Over, I'd have to say, even 7 years since that ended. And I randomly thought about it the other day. Wait a minute, what if that ending has a hidden name? That's what we're going to look at today. But before we talk about Weirdmageddon and that very last bus scene in Weirdmageddon Part 3, we need to go ahead and talk about the episode before Weirdmageddon Part 1, Dipper and Mabel versus the future. The whole concept of this episode is that Ford tells Dipper the interdimensional rift is shattering, starts to crack, and if it does shatter, Weirdmageddon is going to happen, and Bill's going to win. And they cannot allow that to happen. Unfortunately, due to a dispute where Dipper wants to stay and help Ford in Gravity Falls, he is like, well, I want to do that, but then I'm going to miss out on events with Mabel, his twin sister. Well, what happens when talking about this with Mabel? It doesn't go over well. And she just grabs it and runs. She runs into London and ultimately starts Weirdmageddon because Bill possessed him and made some sort of deal with him. Throughout Weirdmageddon, the first episodes really meant for us to show Weirdmageddon off. How bad is Weirdmageddon? Well, it's pretty weird. It's like Armageddon. But toned it down a little bit for kids, and a little weird. Toned it down. Yeah, there's an entire scene where Pacific Northwest's father gets all of his face rearranged. That's perfectly okay for children. Back to the topic at hand, though. It's the second episode in particular we need to start taking a better look at. This Weirdmageddon Part 2. After outmaneuvering Gideon and his henchmen, Dipper, Wendy, and Zeus goes to the bubble where Mabel's being trapped to get her out so they can defeat Bill. There's one problem with this though. Mabel doesn't want to grow up. She doesn't want to see the future. And not so much not want to see the future, but she's scared of the future. She wants to run from it. And she creates this entire world where she can just be happy. Everybody can be happy. And this eight-dimensional reality in this fantasy land is shunned. It's when Mabel mentions it that this place goes haywire. And she outright agrees with Dipper to go back to the reality. Because at that point, it was agreed that Dipper's not taking Ford's apprenticeship, everyone can go out there, defeat Bill, save Gravity Falls. Alright, so I just explained the second part of that to you. Why is this part very important to the ending? Well, obviously, Dipper doesn't become Ford's apprentice, which was the main conflict in Dipper and Mabel vs. the Future. But at the end, it talks more about the summer memory element. It talks more about the summer memories. And not just summer memories, but next future, next summer. Maybe us not seeing is kind of a double meaning to us in a way. Because we grew up with them. These were our childhood. And unless you were one of the few adults that watched the show, you already grew past it. We didn't want it. We were connecting more with Mabel. And at the end, everybody is moving on to their own lives. We don't really see what happens to Wendy much, but you got Zeus. He's taking over the mystery shack. You've got Ford and Stanley. They're going out on adventures to stand World War II. And Dipper and Mabel, they're just on the bus. Looking at, she's asleep, they're about to go back and start school. A new chapter of their lives, they just become teenagers. And Dipper opens up something that Wendy had given. A little note. Every time he missed Gravity Falls, missed that memory, those adventures of him being still a pre-adolescent, he could always look back on that adventure, back on that life. But whether or not Dipper may actually go back to Gravity Falls is never truly explained. There was a little bit of a book, but I'm not talking about the book, I'm talking just in the show itself. And they go in there, and they are ready to face their teenager. My point is that this double meaning, I wasn't really thinking about it, and as far as I know, somebody's already thought of this. The people at Disney probably thought of it, but I don't see this part get talked about much, so I wanted to throw it out there. That it was a message to us, the viewer, the watcher, the ones that decided to randomly think about Gravity Falls. A much happier, simpler time back in 2012 and 2016. That was not too long after I started middle school, I'd say. Just right into the 7th grade. Or maybe even 8th grade. After that school year. Things were a lot different then. I didn't even start the YouTube channel yet. I didn't start streaming. I didn't do Minecraft competitively, yeah. And I didn't get into Valorant. I didn't get into VTubing. I say get into VTubing, but I got into VTubers. But point still stands. It was kind of more of a subtle reminder to just be like Dipper and Mabel. Search out the mysteries in life. Our adventures. We may not be fighting a burrito with a top hat. Or have ourselves a randy dandy grappling hook. But there's always going to be a challenge in front of us. And if we can do it, or we find someone that we can take that challenge on, in Dipper and Mabel's case, it'll be all fine. It'll be alright. We'll take it on. And we're gonna win. Because not even Bill could beat Dipper and Mabel. Could not beat the Pines twins. So, I wanted to kind of get this quick one out there. Probably not gonna be that much. It's a little bit here and there. But I honestly wanted to kind of get this one out there a little bit. And get a chance to talk about Dipper and Mabel and Gravity Falls because their birthday is August 31st. And Weirdmageddon finally ended, and they went back home to California. And all the mysteries here in Journal 3. But I want to go ahead and say thank you all for watching the video. That I appreciate that. I want to give a good shout out to Roscoe Senpai for doing the editing. Without him, there is no great video. And if you guys want more commentary, like second thought type of video, this one was, I'm just kind of rambling off my head, more or less. I didn't really plan one out. Or even better thought out, let us know. We got a topper or two in there. We can wait for his channel and my channel, and you know how everything goes, but or how appropriate that is for said channel. But I wanted to go ahead and thank you all again for watching. Feel free to subscribe or even comment. Do you agree with that take, or is there another way you think Gravity Falls Ending could be interpreted? Alright. I am going to leave you with the mysteries of tomorrow. This has been Dragon Kid Gaming, signing off.